All this is clear here, you can see. No trash cans sitting around, no debris, no cookout grill, none of that stuff is sitting around to be blown away. Now these over here, just 2 sandbags. You know how it is. Can't get it all, but get as much as you can. Alright, let me finish tying down this stuff here. See, that's my garden up here with my trees. Might be the last time you see them after this storm, you never know. But it's starting to blow a little. I think the wind's now about 10 miles per hour. Here's my favorite one. It's top heavy, so I'm concerned about it. Alright, and the blueberry bushes here, you can see I'm not worried about them. They are tough little son of a gun. One of my trees here, look how big it's got. It's about 4 feet, 5 feet tall. This one here is the tallest, which is about 6 feet. Look at that from the ground. Came in here. This is the Granny Smith. Very, very small still. Even the blackberry behind is bigger. Okay. Up here, look at this tall one here. We're walking up on. This is my peach tree. Pear, excuse me, pear. I keep calling it pear. And this is the starlet tree, which is going to produce. Look at it, there's another Bing. And these are all cherry trees. Cherries. Hello, how you doing? And I'm going to show you a quick update on what I've been doing with the garden. If you look at this tree right here, this tree's been cut back by me. The only one I left up was a main branch. The rest of them been cut back. I'm trying to stimulate it into growing faster. And that will sometimes do it. Okay, over here, this is my very expensive blue blackberry bush. And you see these right here? That's called air something. I forgot the name of what it's called. But it's a process where you wrap the branches in such a way to you scrape away some of the material and you injure the plant. And then you wrap the aluminum foil around it with peat moss and potting soil, and it can root there. Then the way you cut it off, and you got separate plants. And you can see here I did a different method, which is a brick, which is I laid it, and this is called air tipping. And see right here, that's growing real nice, but underneath the brick is an injury, and that injury with soil on top of it will create new roots. And over here, wait a minute, it's in the fall. Look at this. This is blossoming, trying to produce berries. It's a different type of blackberry bush. Over here are some, I'm a little on the cheap side, so what I did is these are rose bush in the fall, and I did the same thing here. I did the very same thing here. So once it produces roots, I will cut it off below the where the roots started, and grow new, brand new rose bushes. Now, see right here, I did the same thing here. This used to have multiple arms, but I kept the main shoot, and the main shoot is really getting tall because all the energy from the roots are going straight to that particular thing there. Now, here's my Granny Smith. I did the same thing with it. Now, what it had is 2 arms. One was coming out of here, and they were almost about the same height. So what I did is I cut it off and allowed for the main shoot to be just one. It'll produce other arms later, but this will stimulate it into growing just the main shoot, and in turn makes it grow faster. This is my other blackberry bush, and you can see here that that's doing really well. Alright, let's go over here where I cut back I cut it back a great deal. This is this right here is my pear tree, excuse me, pear, and I cut back and I just left 2 arms instead of it had like 5 arms on it, so I cut it back. So now all the energy is going right into that main one shoot. I want it to grow tall, get ready for the next year growth. Now here is a blackberry that I cut back. Let me see what we got here. These are weeds in here. Let me get that back some. See, and I got a little dirt on the top, so it'll separate. I cut it off right here, and then this growth in front will produce a separate plant. This right here is part of the plant as well. So that way I got an $8 plant. I'm producing more berries. This is a raspberry. We see the lightly colored leaves, like right here. I put the sand, see the sand there, or the dirt. It's being held down by a clip. That's why you can't see it break, because it's a clip. That one is the same way, and I'll clip that off right here and produce separate berry plants. That's how you do that. So you spend a little bit of money and you get more plants. And over here is, now this is all weeds and mixed in with stuff still trying to survive, even though it's going into the fall. And this right here is a starlet cherry tree, and I cut all of it away except for one branch. I should have cut that other branch away too, but I need to leave some of them on there. This right here is the Bing, and cut all of them away. It had 2, 3, 4 branches. I cut it all the way to just one, that main shoot. This is another one here, and you see here it's doing quite well. That main shoot's gonna be really tall. I left 2 of the other branches on, and that's it. All right, later.